Hello and welcome to the Oak Pavilion, home of the number 2 ranked Columbia College Claim Jumpers, as they host the Fresno City Rams, who rank number 30 in the state at this moment. I'm Levi Flores. Thank you for watching NorCal Sports TV. The season motto for the Claim Jumpers was 1-0 28 times, meaning they want to just win every single game, but only focus on that one game. Well, the season motto may have to change after Saturday as they took their first loss of the season. They were 16-0, but then they traveled to the Blue Devils' home of Merced, and lost by 2 points in overtime without one of their star players. But a loss is a loss, and Columbia is just going to have to live with that loss under their belt. But I talked to Coach Hoyt before the game, and he said, we're not worried necessarily about the wins. We're just worried about staying healthy so that by the time we get to the playoffs, everybody's healthy, we could play the game that we're supposed to, and then we could have a chance at that state title like they were wanting to in the very beginning of the season. So a win, not necessarily what they're looking for, but at the same time, a win is nice, and that will help them in conference play. They don't want that conference banner. Well, I would say they want the conference banner, but it's not necessary for them this year. Fresno City 8-5 overall on the year. They're 2-0 in conference, beating West Hills Lamora on January 19th. 3 days later, beating Reedley 85-79, and one of the leading scorers in conference play with 90 points per game, 82.5 throughout the entire season so far. But Fresno City has been in a little bit of a pickle the past few years. The head coach, the former head coach that is, getting into a little bit of hot water, then being let go. A new coach coming in who used to coach at Porterville and leading this Fresno City team to 8-5. But the issue at this is that a lot of those Fresno City players left the team because they didn't want to be a part of that atmosphere that former head coach was a part of. Some of those players coming to Columbia all the way from Fresno. Some of those players going to College of Sequoias. Some of them staying, but most of them going away, wanting to play with the team that had a chance when they were playing against them before. Columbia, you can see 3 of the banners in the Oak Pavilion, 2017, 2018, and 2020. Those banners weren't hung up until this summer when that whole debacle went down with Fresno City. They were second in the conference, but since Fresno City got caught in what they were doing, 3 of those banners came to Columbia, hanging up now. It is sad to see that Columbia didn't get that moment that they were supposed to in those previous years, but they're still looking for that state championship title, the first one since 1993. Stay tuned for more pregame show and the tip-off on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Cutler Sagerstrom pledges to utilize all the resources of this agency to service the needs of our customers. We offer the highest quality insurance products from the best insurance companies in the business. Contact Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency. Columbia College Claim Jumper Basketball on NorCal Sports TV. A makeup game that was supposed to happen 2 weeks ago between the Claim Jumpers and the Rams, but happening tonight. And then next Monday, Columbia will play Porterville here at home for that makeup game as well. When you look at Fresno City, 5 losses on the season. They started off with 2 losses, one against American River by 4, one against Palo Verde by 7. And then they won 2 games. They thought they were back into it, but then San Jose beat them by 6. Allen Hancock they won against, but then back to a losing streak by 2. Las Positas by 1, and Consumnes River by 7 points. All of their losses coming within 10 points, and we're probably going to look within that tonight as well. If Columbia pulls it off, it'll probably be within that 10-point victory, but don't count anyone out yet, because Columbia, even though they're benching most of their starters and bringing in some of those bench players, when they come into the game for the first time, getting that sweet taste of starting, they usually play their hearts out and most likely get into the double digits within that point category. Along with that, since Columbia College recruited a lot of those former Fresno City players that left after last year, we take a look at them. Marcus McCutcheon, Isaiah Jones, Daniel Rico, who's not playing, and Bryce Barton. If those players get into the game, they're playing against their former team that they want to show out against and say, hey, you made a mistake, and we are the better players, and we're going to do that tonight at the Oak Pavilion. So be aware of those players and the bench players that are coming into this one starting, which are John Mabin. That's actually the only bench player that are going in, but we're going to see a lot of movement from the bench going into the game. Mitchell Prevost not playing tonight, the only usual starter that's not going to be playing. He has a ankle sprain that happened on Saturday against Merced, and he's a hit or miss in a week when they play Porterville, which Mitchell Prevost, he's usually that 6th or 7th man, a huge part of the game, so it's a big loss for Columbia, but they also have other players that aren't going to be playing as much. Fresno City, their starting lineup, we start with number 1, Grimmett Glenn, who averages 12.3 points per game on 55% field goal percentage. Then you have Asrin Hackett, who's the leading scorer for Fresno City at 16.2 points off 48.4 field goal percentage. Number 4, Stephen Perry. Number 14, Kerry Petrick. And number 33, Elijah McCoy, the center, standing at 6'9", which is just an inch taller than Noel Alexander, who will be tipping off against McCoy. Of course, your claim jumpers mixing up their starting 5. It's Deshaun Bartley, John Mabin, Taj Malik Campbell, Isaiah Jones, and Noel Alexander, and we're set for the tip-off as Columbia once again gains possession for the first few seconds. Taj Malik Campbell going to go down to Noel Alexander, backing down McCoy. Fling out, Isaiah Jones gets it off the glass. That's good for 3. A great way to start off the game. Isaiah Jones, of course, the main leading scorer for Columbia. It's his right to get those first points on the board. Now we'll see the first look at the Fresno City offense. Driving to the lane, Kyrie Patrick getting those points. Kiari Patrick, 9 points per game off 52% field goal percentage. Driving the lane on that one, getting around to Alexander. And this is John Mabin, a local player from Sonora High School coming up to the JUCO level. Leading point guard in the first few minutes as he puts up a 3 off the back iron. Can't get that one, but Columbia moving quickly to put another shot up. Mabin once again from the corner tries to get around the defense, but one too many steps as he drives the lane. And that's another turnover. Stephen Perry, leading point guard for Fresno City. Quick shot from the corner. A little short. Taj Malik Campbell looking for the rebound, but last touched by him as it hits the baseline. Out of bounds, Ram ball. That shot coming from Grimmett Glenn. Inbounds the ball to McCoy. McCoy stuck at the high post. Great ball movement from Fresno City, trying to find Glenn once again in the corner. And a foul going to be placed on John Mabin as he was guarding Elijah McCoy. The mismatch, an easy mismatch down low. McCoy hitting the ground, but John Mabin standing at 5'10", McCoy at 6'9", nearly a foot difference between them. Somehow Mabin picking up that one and putting McCoy on the ground. McCoy putting the shoulder into Alexander, turnaround jumper, back iron, and a foul being placed on Kiari Patrick. Reaching in, slapping the hand of Alexander. an unnecessary foul. It's the first for Fresno. Still going to stick with that full court defense as Maben gets the inbound pass. Campbell looking to go right side, move in between defenders, and McCoy comes down with the rebound as Taj Malik Campbell couldn't get it through. Backdoor pass, Kiari Patrick nearly blocked by Alexander, but gets a good bounce and through. 4 points for Patrick. That's all the points from Fresno City, belonging to one player. And Isaiah Jones only connecting on that three-pointer, which is all the points for Columbia. 1 point game, 4-3, 17 and a half minutes left in the first half. Campbell driving and an easy right-handed finish for Taj Malik Campbell. Quick east to west pass for Fresno City, but finally stripped away by Bartley. Bartley struggled a few games ago against College of Sequoias. Excuse me, that was the game against West Hills Lemoore, a 0-point game for him. But then going against College of Sequoias, he dropped 25, leading all scorers. Move to the corner, Isaiah Jones, another triple, back iron, down to Kiari Patrick. Perry, over to Patrick, and fouled by Campbell. That will be Kiari Patrick at the line for a pair of free throws. We see that foul on Campbell. That is his first. Kiari Patrick, 41.7% from the free throw line, averages 3.6 per game, knocks down the first. And that ties it up at 5-5. All the points still belonging to Kiari Patrick for Fresno City. Taj Malik Campbell out of the game, and in comes number 31, Arion Harris. Along with Harris comes Julian Brown as well. Columbia, like I said, is going to be moving players in and out from the bench. As that one last tipped by Fresno City, as they will have a few substitutions to number 20 and number 10. That is Sage Bourbon and Nash Warbrock. Isaiah Jones will inbound the ball for Columbia, gets it into Julian Brown, his first touch in a while. Shot clock down to single digits. It's at 6. Flick out to the corner. Julian Brown, and a foul in between the pass, as that is put on number 20, Nash Warbrock, who just came into the game. Resets the shot clock at 20. Good for Columbia, as they were nearing a shot clock violation. Baseline inbound pass now to Alexander, way over the top of McCoy. Turn around, flicks it up, and a foul on the ground placed on McCoy. Excuse me, that is on Jeremiah Hanna. And another reset of the shot clock and an inbound pass, this time to Bartley. Bartley looking to drive the lane, get around his defender. Pass out, Harris thought about the three, drives the lane instead, and a loose ball as it trails out of bounds to Fresno. One thing about Arion Harris, he loves shooting that three ball. There's nothing like a bigger man shooting the three ball and getting it drained down the hatch. But Harris working on it a little bit. Everyone knows he loves to shoot the three ball. So he fakes, he pump fakes, and then drives the lane, catches the defense off guard. In that case, not necessarily working out for Columbia, but a good play. Three-pointer on the way, nothing but air for number 2, Asrin Hackett. Jones against Bourbon. Easily breezes past straight down the lane. Isaiah Jones finishing at the hoop from west to east. 5 points for Jones. Calling out the play is Nash Warbrock, the freshman player out of Porterville, as Bartley dives for the steal. Gets it in his hands. Fresno City still fighting for it. 2 men on the ground. Julian Brown going to lead the Columbia possession. Spin move and the travel. Lost his footing and one too many steps before the pass. And we'll take another look from the drive of Isaiah Jones. He got right down the lane, getting past Bourbon and finishing easily on the opposite end. Seven to 6, Columbia leading by 1. Flick to the outside, loses control, and a wide open ball for Bartley. Leading the charge, backing down inside, now in some trouble as he's double teamed. Here's the steal from Fresno City. All the way down, Harris is there to make the stop, and Alexander knocks it out of the pavilion. Noel Alexander coming from all the way behind to make the stop. Take another look at this. A shout from the crowd, invite him to the block party. Can't agree more with that. After the block, Fresno City gets the ball back from the baseline, and a missed shot leads to the rebound for Arion Harris. Bartley flicked back out to Alexander, nearly tipped away, but he regains possession. Puts it up off the left side and rebounded by Sage Bourbon. Bourbon on the move and gets the easy layup underneath. Sage Bourbon, the freshman guard out of the Bronx, Our Savior Lutheran High School, standing at 5'9", as Jones can't knock down that three. Sage Bourbon, a really good player driving the lane, only 5'9", and a lot of misconception for basketball players. Height is not the problem. It's using the height to the advantage. That is what you need to learn. Jones flinging it down. Arion Harris one-on-one over the top, and a blocking foul as the feet were not set. It's the first foul on Stephen Perry. So we'll take a look at the replay. You see him trying to post up. His feet were off the block. In the rule in basketball as well is that you have to be set before the offensive player moves towards the hoop and goes up for his shot, and definitely not down on the ground for that one. A lot more substitutions coming into the game. Bartley, Taj Malik Campbell, Alexander, Jones, and Harris on the court for the Claim Jumpers. Harris puts through the second, and we see the first look at Caleb Chang back in the game for the Jumpers. Taj Malik Campbell playing that tight defense like he always does. Campbell getting Bourbon off his feet, but Bourbon still able to knock down the three and put the Rams up by 3 as well. Bourbon now with 5 points. Kiari Patrick with 6. Leading scorer on the court for Columbia is Isaiah Jones with 5. Campbell using his body, throwing it up, gets the basket, and the foul. Sent him to the line for the three-point play. Putting the shoulder into the defender, falling backwards and still able to put the ball through the hole. Take another look at this. Here's Campbell at the top. Drives that right side. Pyle drives his shoulder into the defender and still able to put the ball off the glass and in the hole. That's 2 fouls now on Nash Warbrock coming off the bench. And Campbell rattles in his free throw to tie it up 11-11. Campbell now has 10 points. Tajmalik Campbell and Isaiah Jones, 10 points combined. Only 1 point coming from Arion Harris, and we see an offensive foul on Sage Bourbon. Columbia now in the bonus after that offensive foul on, they're going to place it on Elijah McCoy and not Bourbon, but they're in the bonus on the next foul. Campbell using his handles, gets the defense off of him, and Bartley will have the ball, looking for three. Alexander fighting for that rebound and taken by Tajmalik Campbell. Sage Bourbon playing some tight defense on Tajmalik Campbell, and that's an easy offensive call as he extended his elbow away from the body and sent Sage Bourbon to the ground. It seems to be a mismatch having Sage Bourbon on Tajmalik Campbell, but most of the time those smaller guys play better defense than anyone else on the court. You take a look at the NBA player Patrick Beverly, one of the smallest guys on the court, but somehow can defend guys like LeBron James, and they do a great job, hold LeBron James and other guys in that position to really low points. We might see that tonight from Bourbon if he continues to guard Tajmalik Campbell. After that offensive foul as well, Campbell sent to the bench, and back in came Arion Harris. A forced pass, and that one just through the hands of Jones, but keeps it in. And another offensive foul on Deshaun Bartley. Patrick on the ground, waiting to get up, slow to get up. Tied 11-11. Here's a word from your local NCS TV sponsor. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California license. Kiari Patrick back up to his feet after colliding with Deshaun Bartley near midcourt. Almost had a wide open lane for a basket, but Bartley taking the foul there. McCoy not able to finish down low, has another chance. This time it's Patrick, and he gets it off the glass for two. 8 points for Kiari Patrick. Averages 9 points. Nearly has that already. Chang, jump stop, floater, comes off short. Alexander there on the rebound. Turnaround Jay gets a bad bounce and off the mark. Bourbon down to Glenn. The move on Harris, kicks it back out. Here's Bourbon once again. Pick and roll from Patrick, tipped away by Chang, leading the charge 4-on-1. Kicks it back out to Jones. And now Columbia being well defended on the fast break. Chang, triple, yes! Nothing but net for Caleb Chang. He had 3 points in the win against College of Sequoias. He has 3 points now. Bourbon driving in on Alexander. Gets his rebound, second chance, and a bad bounce. Alexander tipping it back out. Bartley fighting for the rebound, gets his hands on it, and calls the timeout. Calls the timeout, yes he does. From the bench, it was Rob Hoyt to save the day. 14-13, Claim Jumpers on top. You're watching Columbia College Claim Jumper Basketball on NorCal Sports TV. Cutler Sagerstrom pledges to utilize all the resources of this agency to service the needs of our customers. We offer the highest quality insurance products from the best insurance companies in the business. Contact Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency. Columbia Claim Jumper basketball on NorCal Sports TV. 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Claim Jumpers leading 14-13. They are also in the bonus, so if the Claim Jumpers get fouled and they get sent to the line, if they can make their free throws, they can make this a better game than what it's appearing to be right now. Fresno City coming all the way up to Columbia and making this a real game against the number 2 ranked Claim Jumpers. Caleb Chang straight down the rack. Yes! Gets it in, and the foul. Send him to the line for the three-point play. And that will be a foul on Sage Bourbon. That is his first, but Caleb Chang, 5 points now in the first 10 minutes. Take another look at this. Caleb Chang getting around Bourbon. Bourbon picking up the foul from behind. Caleb Chang only 3.7 points per game when he plays, and that was his first free throw on the season. Quick release jumper off the mark. Alexander rebound. Chang gets around the screen from Alexander and can't get that one. Alexander setting the most perfect screen in basketball that you could ask for, getting the defender to bounce right off of him and hit the deck. Couldn't finish down low, but being sent to the free throw line to earn his points from the line. Elijah McCoy picking up that foul, the 6'9" center. Have to be careful with not only the starters, but also the taller players, as Columbia has nothing but height. Alexander drops down the second one. That is his first point of the night. Pump fake, the drive, the kick. McCoy kicked out by Brown. And the second chance opportunity for Fresno City gets the points on the board. That was Kiari Patrick once again, no doubt about that. Alexander picking up his first foul. Patrick, first player in double digits, he has 10. Make it 11 now. Under 10 minutes remaining in the first half, 17-16, Claim Jumpers on top. Chang loses control, kicked out by Glenn. Able to regain control. Ariane Harris gets around the defender. Misses that one. Deep pass, Patrick one-on-one against Caleb Chang, and the offensive foul. Kiari Patrick taking that one. That is his second foul. Caleb Chang sacrificing the body, being sent to the ground, staying in it. Getting there just in time to take the charge, planting the feet before he went up. That'll put the pep in the step of the Claim Jumpers as they're back on offense. Harris, three. Not there. Bourbon poked out from behind. Isaiah Jones getting a hand on that one, and Bourbon is the last one to touch it, and he's upset with himself, yelling at the ref still. Got to be careful with that one. The referee's not going to take any words from any player. Still looking at the ref in disbelief, saying that he got tapped from behind. Can't let the emotions get the best of him as he goes back down to play defense. Harris inside the paint. And last touch by the Claim Jumpers. Fresno City resetting their offense, moving the ball around the outside. Gets it back out to Bourbon. 3 on the way, yes! Sage Bourbon connecting on that one over the top of Bartley. Bourbon averages 10.4 points per game on 41.5% field goal percentage. Ariane Harris looking to return the favor, finds nothing but air. Gives it right back to the Rams in transition. 2-on-4, fast break, kicks it out. Back out to Bourbon, deep 3, off the mark. Coach Hoyt from the sideline saying it was off Fresno City, pointing specifically at Stephen Perry. Referees disagree, keep it with the Rams. And a timeout called on the court. 17-19, Columbia down by 2. Columbia College Claim Jumper basketball on NorCal Sports TV. Claim Jumpers down by 2, 17-19 with 7 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the first half. The Claim Jumpers have been down a few times throughout the season, but in the end, they usually come back, take the lead, take the win. It wasn't the case on Saturday when they played Merced. They got it into overtime, but they still lost by 2 points. The first loss of the season for Columbia, but they're not going to give up the rest of the season. They're going to play their hearts out, but they have to be careful. They have a few injured players. They don't want to get more injured. Coach Rob Hoyt said that they just want to be ready when playoffs come, be completely healthy, because they have a chance at winning the state championship. They've been ranked number 2 since the very beginning of the season, and they just want to get on top. 15-foot jumper on the way, off the mark, offensive rebound, but there is Julian Brown fighting for it. The jump ball called. And that will stay with the Rams off the jump ball. Great hustle by Julian Brown, making sure to get down low. Bring the possession back towards him. Glenn thought about the deep 3, going to drive in instead. Now he's trapped down low, flicks it all the way out to Perry. Pushes off against Bartley, down low, can't get that one, is number 32, Jeremiah Hanna. Jonathan Mabin back in the game for Columbia. Bartley bringing the defenders towards him, gets him off Alexander, who's fouled down low by Hanna. Alexander back to the line, and Jeremiah Hanna not liking the call from the contact. That's 2 on him. Alexander, nothing but net on the first, and we see Isaiah Jones coming back in for Julian Brown. It will be Jones, Alexander, Mabin, Bartley, and Chang on the court for Columbia. Alexander 2 for 2. Ties it up at 19-19. All 3 points from Noel Alexander coming from the free throw line. Isaiah Jones making sure the defender not going to shoot that three. And the backdoor pass, the jam, the daily dose of iron for Jeremiah Hanna. First 2 points on the board for the big man coming out of Edison High. Bartley from the corner. Too much on that one as Alexander reels down the rebound. Turnaround jumper high off the glass, looking for a foul, can't get it. As Hanna down with the rebound on the defensive side. 2-point game. Bourbon using the shoulder off Alexander. Hanna down low and going to call the foul on Noel Alexander. One hand up in the air. We'll take another look to see how close it really was. And there was that dunk from Hanna just a moment ago on the previous possession. Back iron free throw for Hanna. 50% free throw shooter. Only averages 1 per game. The crowd making a little noise, trying to distract Hanna. And misses both. And that's why you have the home court advantage. After that foul, now both teams are in the bonus, although for Columbia, they're in the double bonus. So if they get fouled, no matter where it is on the court, Caleb Chang knocks down the three. 8 points for Caleb Chang coming off the bench. Columbia, if they are fouled, no matter where they are on the court, will head straight to the free throw line, get 2 free throws. So we see some great ball movement, and once again, Jeremiah Hanna jamming it down, 2 hands for safety. Maben gets off his defender, Stephen Perry, kicks it back over to Jones. Inside the paint, spin move, turnaround, jumper, good. Retakes the lead by 1, Jones with 7. Wide open 3 from the corner, off the mark, Bartley the rebound. Deep pass to Chang, he's on fire, looking for 3, fouled on the shot, sent him to the line. And Bourbon once again is besides himself, going straight to the coach, complaining that he didn't touch him. And there's the second jam by Jeremiah Hanna. Chang can't connect on his first free throw. Oh of 2 tonight from the line. Can't get the second one there. Looking to be a good foul so far for Bourbon, although he did pick up his second foul within the first 15 minutes, also coming off the bench. Third chance for Chang, trying to put his first free throw down the hole on the season, and he does just that. Caleb Chang playing 15 games on the season, starting 2, averaging 3.7 points per game. So we have a dog pile down low. Jonathan Maben got the ball, and they're going to call the jump. And that will be Columbia ball. Great hustle from Jonathan Maben, getting down low, getting both hands on it. Fighting just long enough to get the possession back. Four minutes left in the first half, 2-point game. Bartley making his move down low, splitting defenders, yes! Deshaun Bartley with his first 2 points of the game. Bourbon driving again over the top of Jones, high off the glass, can't get it. In the game for Columbia's number 24, Skylar Newman. The first look at him this game. Bartley gets the foul and the bucket. Deshaun Bartley maneuvering his body around the defender, getting the ball up in the air, not only getting it to drop, but getting that contact. And there it is once again, 2 plays in a row. Deshaun Bartley now with 4 and doing what he does best, getting to the free throw line. We'll see if he can connect. And picking up the foul was Sage Bourbon. That's his 3rd within only 15 minutes of playing. Free throws not on point for Columbia through the first half. Bourbon sent to the bench. So we have a 6-point lead in Columbia's favor. Over the top of Jones on the floater, gets it to fall. Chang poked out once again, regains control, getting around the defender. Wide open lane, left-handed finish, doesn't go. Newman down low, can't get the rebound. It's off to Stephen Perry and the Rams. Looking to slow it down just a little bit. Corner 3, yes! Nothing but net. Grimmett Glenn out of Mount Zion High School in Georgia. Getting 3 points on the board, bringing it back within 1. Mabin passed down low to Jones, poked out from behind, a clean steal. Here it goes, Stephen Perry out to Glenn, 3 on the way, no! Rattles out to Newman, and Columbia now going to slow it down, making sure that they don't give any free possessions away to the Rams. Bartley in on Glenn, throws it up, no foul. And it's back to Fresno City. 2-on-2, fast break, bounce pass, and it's good for number 21, Milton Walker, and that forces a timeout from the sideline as Fresno City takes the lead by 1, 30-29, 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
30-29, the Fresno City Rams just barely taking the lead on the last possession by 1 point. Columbia, who just had a 6-point lead, couldn't keep it for very long, and that's going to be the issue. They have the players, they have the stamina, but they just can't keep it for that long because they don't have the bench size in this game with one player out, and they're still dealing with some injuries after the past few games. Now under 2 minutes left in the first half. Columbia wants to go into the second half on top, of course, just like any other team. Jonathan Mabin looking for a shot of his own, a little too strong. Another fast break for the Rams, one-on-one, down low, gets around Jones, and somehow gets that one through on the windmill layup. That was Asrin Hackett, who has 4 through the first half. Mabin flicks out to Julian Brown, and last touch by Fresno City. Coach Rob Hoyt of the Claim Jumpers is going to send a substitution in. It's Deshaun Bartley for Isaiah Jones. And Fresno City going to duplicate the same thing. In comes Nash Warbrock. We haven't seen a lot from Kiari Patrick for the past 7 minutes. He went out leading all scorers still, even being on the bench for most of the first half. Julian Brown gets a shot off. Shot clock resets. And we will see a last touch by Ram. Keep it on the Columbia side. And we have a flopping violation as well on a Fresno City player. I believe that will go on number 4, Stephen Perry. Take back the call that it was last touched by Fresno City. It's last touched by Columbia. And it will be Ram ball with 1 minute, 4 seconds left. Rams up by 3. A very low-scoring affair. Look at the stats for the season. Points per game, Fresno City at 82.5, Columbia at 87.2. And right now they're on track to only score about 60 apiece, as that drive down the lane is good for Warbrock. Columbia has time for about one more possession and leave a few seconds on the clock for Fresno City. Bartley trapped in the corner, one man open, it's Jonathan Maben. 11-second differential between shot and game clock. Here is Julian Brown backing down his defender. Shot clock in single digits. Deshaun Bartley fouled on his way to the rack. Count the bucket and the foul. Deshaun Bartley once again driving the lane, not only making the basket, but getting that contact. He does it every time. Look at that. Foul placed on number 21, Milton Walker. That is his first. Deshaun Bartley getting 6 points, one foul of his own. 18.8 seconds left on the clock. Fresno City has a chance to take a bigger lead than they already do as Bartley knocks down his free throw. 2-point game, 17 seconds remaining, shot clock turned off. Five seconds on the clock. Last chance for Fresno City in the first half. Connects on it and gets the foul. A possible three-point play to end the first half for Fresno. That is Stephen Perry driving inside. Fouled from behind on Skylar Newman. Just enough contact for the referee to blow the whistle. 4-point game as of now. If he connects on the free throw, it will be 5, leaving 2 seconds for a quick release of the claim jumpers. He does just that. 5-point game. Arion Harris going to look deep and give it to Maben. Looking to put a shot up. Gets it off in time. It'll count if it goes. And just off the right side as you hear the ahs from the crowd. 37-32. A 5-point game at the Oak Pavilion. See ya for the second half in just a few minutes. This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games. Yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for 3. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the chills? I have the chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Cutler Sagerstrom pledges to utilize all the resources of this agency to service the needs of our customers. We offer the highest quality insurance products from the best insurance companies in the business. Contact Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games. This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. I'm always with my team, practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games. Yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the chills?
Beautiful
I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
Look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Cutler Sagerstrom pledges to utilize all the resources of this agency to service the needs of our customers. We offer the highest quality insurance products from the best insurance companies in the business. Contact Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games. This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games. Yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
Look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Welcome back to Columbia College, home of the Claim Jumpers, as the Claim Jumpers find themselves down by 5 points, 37-32. We take a look at the first half. Columbia, yes, 32 points, very low scoring for what they average, which is 87.2 points per game. They had 7 fouls in that first half, which gave Fresno City into the single bonus. But then Fresno City fouling nearly twice as much as Columbia did, 13 fouls, and also a flop warning on number 4, Stephen Perry, which now in the second half, if there's any flop violation called on any player from Fresno City, it will be a technical and lead to some free throws for Columbia. We still have 20 minutes left to play, a 5-point deficit. Columbia doesn't like finding themselves down at any point in the game, but to be down going into the second half is never good for any team, whether you're the best in the country or the worst in the country. If you just find yourself down, you don't want to be in that position. So watch for Columbia coming back quickly and putting themselves on top within the first opportunity that they get. Columbia leading scorer was number 4, Caleb Che, who came off the bench. He has 9 points so far, and if he comes off the bench again, most likely going to put a lot more points on the board, hitting a lot from around the arc and then driving as well, also being sent to the free throw line for 4 opportunities at free throws, only making 1, something that he can work on in practice sessions. For Fresno City College, their leading scorer was Kiari Patrick, a starter who had 11 points starting the second half as well, but going to the bench 12 minutes into the first half and not seeing him for the final 8 minutes. Taj Malik Campbell looking to start off the second half with some points. Can't do it. Noel Alexander does, though, down low on the flick of the wrist. Alexander now with 5 points. That is his first basket from the field. He had 3 free throws in the first half. Along with Kiari Patrick's 11 points in the first half, we also had Sage Bourbon, who had 8 points, but he also got into some foul trouble. And then the third leading scorer tied between Asrin Hackett and Jeremiah Hanna, who came off the bench. Their leading center hasn't scored any points, and that was Elijah McCoy. 0 points on the night, but Jeremiah Hanna coming off the bench, 4 points, and both of them in somewhat of some foul trouble. Taj Malik Campbell thought about getting the dunk, but poked out at the last second. Down by 6. Marcus McCutcheon, first time in the game, gets an easy move and points on the board. You can't put Marcus McCutcheon in the game and think he's not going to score. He's been in for less than a minute and already putting points up. also bringing the team back within 4. Marcus McCutcheon, the steal. No rest for McCutcheon. Backdoor pass to Taj Malik Campbell, and he throws it away with the behind-the-back pass. Looking for that highlight reel play, but wasn't there for him. Stephen Perry in control. Rolls it down baseline to McCoy. Nearly blocked, but gets the pass to Patrick and floats it up. Good for 2. Good awareness by McCoy, passing the ball instead of throwing that one up because Taj Malik Campbell, ruthless, one of the leading blockers in the state, quickly behind him. Here's Malik Campbell now, gets the pass to McCutcheon, and McCutcheon drops it through. Marcus McCutcheon, 4 points now, 2 quick possessions, 2 quick buckets, and McCoy with the two-handed jam and the foul on Bartley. Elijah McCoy getting his first points of the game in the second half. Not only that, but getting the foul as well, has a chance to make it 3 points for him. Referees talking about what happened there. Take a look at the replay of that jam. Got the beautiful pass, no defender inside the lane. Took advantage of it. McCoy, and can't connect on the free throw. 6-point game in favor of Fresno City. Deshaun Bartley going to pass it down to McCutcheon, who's been on fire for the first few minutes of the second half. Not playing anything in the first, as we have a blocking foul on number 4, Stephen Perry. That's his second. Perry not liking the call. A lot of talk from the Fresno City Rams after fouls, not thinking they deserved the call. McCutcheon finally missing one there. Steal from Taj Malik Campbell, throws it back, stolen by Kiari Patrick. Looking for the wide open shot. It's down low to McCoy. Stephen Perry now looking for the open man. He has Hackett. Hackett, 3, yes! Bangs it through. Asserin Hackett makes it a 9-point game, and Hackett has 10. Isaiah Jones, the screen for McCutcheon, pick and roll. Jones out to Campbell. Thought about the deep 3. Takes it on the second chance. Rattles that one through. Back to a 6-point game as Taj Malik Campbell now has 8. Stephen Perry taking the time. Looking for a 3, answering back, rattles off. Fighting for the rebound down low is Jones. And that will be a foul on number 1. Excuse me, that will be placed on number 33, Elijah McCoy. And McCoy comes out of the game with 3 fouls. Back in for him comes Jeremiah Hanna. He had 4 points in the first half, but also had 2 fouls. A lot of the Fresno City Rams in some foul trouble. Deshaun Bartley got the defender off his feet, drives inside the paint. He's 10 feet away, looking for the shot, gets it off, and a bad bounce as it goes off to number 4, Stephen Perry. The bench and the crowd very vocal for the Claim Jumpers, calling for their defense, and a block from Noel Alexander. Three-pointer, yes! Stephen Perry connects from the corner. 9-point game, Perry with 6. Bartley one-on-one against Glenn. Making his way towards that left sideline. Bounce pass to McCutcheon. Off the baseline. Mismatch against Perry. Turnaround flick off the left side. Rebounded by number 32, Jeremiah Hanna. Perry gets around McCutcheon. And last touch by Isaiah Jones as it sails out of bounds. Stick with the Rams. McCutcheon will be sent to the bench, and in comes Caleb Chang, the leading scorer for Columbia from the first half. He's only a freshman, 6-foot guard out of Ripon, formerly playing for Modesto Christian High School. Columbia really spreading the points in this matchup. We have Deshaun Bartley, who has 7, Caleb Chang with 9, Taj Malik Campbell with 8, Isaiah Jones with 7, and Noel Alexander with 5. All the rest of the points coming from the bench players. Isaiah Jones looking for 3. A little too strong. Off to Kiari Patrick and Grimmett Glenn. Jeremiah Hanna, the hook shot. Patrick, second chance, floats it up. No. Third chance. Hanna once again nearly blocked by Alexander. Comes off short, and the Claim Jumpers finally getting possession after 3 missed attempts from the Rams. Bartley double teamed as he comes down the court. Campbell to Chang. Chang for 3. Yes! Caleb Chang knocking it down. That's 12 for him. 6-point game and a forced timeout. 44-50 with 14 minutes remaining in the second half. Don't go away. (50-44), the Fresno City Rams traveling all the way up to the Oak Pavilion, home of the Claim Jumpers, and are leading by 6. Not easy to do. You don't just come into the Claim Jumpers home court and take the lead. They may take the win, but we still have 14 minutes left to play to determine that. Caleb Chang just hit a deep 3 ball. He has 12 points on the night, leading scorers, from Columbia's side off the bench. Not easy to do either when you have a lineup like Deshaun Bartley, Isaiah Jones, Taj Malik Campbell, and Noel Alexander. How you outscored those 4 players, I don't know, but Caleb Chang has decided to do that, and he's going to remain in this one. Sage Bourbon back in the game for Fresno City. The drive from Perry, kick out to the corner. Chang's there to defend. Bourbon, step back, blocked by Campbell. Gets the own deflection and a pass down low to Jeremiah Hanna, who can connect down low, putting 6 points on the board for himself and take the lead by 8. Chang going to go back to his favorite corner, going to move over for Bartley. Bartley down the lane, too short, looking for a foul, can't get it. Perry gets through 2 defenders, going to reset the play for the Rams. Perry, backdoor pass once again. That time it was Kiari Patrick. 15 points for Kiari Patrick now. Tajmali Campbell faked the defense. Last touch by Perry as it sails out of bounds. Stay with Columbia. Marcus McCutcheon coming back in the game for Columbia. Thank you for watching NorCal Sports TV, and if you haven't subscribed, you can do that now. Press that subscribe button on YouTube. Also, shout out to all the people watching on Access to Tuolumne. Bartley resetting for the jumpers. Keeps Bourbon behind him, flicks out to McCutcheon, looking for three. Yes! Nothing but net. Marcus McCutcheon. 7 points for McCutcheon now, only playing in the second half, coming off the bench. Hannah down low, and a foul on Noelle Alexander, reaching over, getting a piece of the arm. Send Hannah to the line. Jeremiah Hannah, 50% free throw shooter, only averaging 1 per game, and he will shoot 2 here. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Hometown crowd making a lot of noise to distract Hannah from connecting on his free throw. Nearly works, but gets a lucky bounce and gets it to go through. 8-point game, 12 minutes remaining. Columbia looking to go on that run that they so desperately need. Bartley fouled. Can't make that one, but he'll be sent to the line, earning his points 1 by 1. Take another look at this one. Bartley, he gets the screen from Alexander, puts Bourbon behind him. That's a veteran move. Make sure the defense is behind you, because what they're going to try to do is reach forward and block it from behind. But if they don't have the reach to get their hand on the ball, they're going to catch a piece of that arm, and that's exactly what happened. Deshaun Bartley earning the first point. One of one makes it 2 for 2. That will make it back to a 6-point game. Staying in that region from about 6 to 8 points. Deshaun Bartley making sure that they're not going to get any further away from that. Deep 3 ball. Front iron comes off short. Tajmali Campbell in transition. Going to slow it down. We all know Tajmali Campbell loves those fast break drives. Getting that dunk, but this time making the smart decision as Deshaun Bartley fouled once again, this time by Asrin Hackett. Actually, they're going to place that one on Milton Walker. Gets his first once again. Deshaun Bartley averaging 14.9 points per game, 75% free throw shooter. He averages 6.3 per game, which is the most out of anybody on the Columbia roster, and Fresno for that matter. Earning his points once again, down to a 4-point game. We all know free throws wins games, and Deshaun Bartley looking to make that a fact. And another timeout called. 55-51, 11 minutes remaining in the second half. Can Columbia pull off another win? Find out next on NorCal Sports TV. Live from the Oak Pavilion, home of the Columbia College Claim Jumpers, I'm Levi Flores. Thank you for joining me as the Claim Jumpers taking on the Fresno City Rams. An 8-point lead for the Rams, quickly brought down by the Jumpers. 4 straight points from Deshaun Bartley to put him at 11 on the night and put Columbia just 2 small possessions away from tying this one up. Fresno City forcing the timeout, or calling the timeout, after the force from Columbia, trapping him in the corner. Sage Bourbon with the ball once again, out to Warbrock. Too strong on his 3-point attempt. There's the steal from Isaiah Jones. Caleb Chang was quickly down the court looking for that deep Hail Mary pass. Didn't get it on that one, but Columbia still looking just for those quick, easy baskets and then defend on the opposite end for more points on the offensive end. Deshaun Bartley fouled once again. Warbrock picking up the foul, and Bartley back to the line. Can he make it 6 points in a row? Deshaun Bartley, a contortionist. Look at it again. He's getting the defense behind him. That's actually the play before. Take a look at the one just now after the first free throw. Coach Rob Hoyt going to connect with the other live players for Columbia, teaching them in the moment as Bartley connects on his first, contorting his body around Warbrock. You see Warbrock in that restricted area trying to get out, but Deshaun Bartley knows that he's in the restricted area, and if he could just make any sort of contact, then it's going to be a defensive foul, and he'll be sent to the line, and that's why he's such a good free throw shooter. He knows how to get there, and he can make them. 6 straight points from the free throw line for Deshaun Bartley, gives him 13 on the night and brings Columbia back within 2 within just 2 minutes. The floater, Stephen Perry, doesn't go, and the foul on Noel Alexander. That's 4 on Alexander, which is not good for the Claim Jumpers. They're going to place that one on Marcus McCutcheon. Noel Alexander brought down the arm over Elijah McCoy, but McCutcheon got the piece of him first. Hometown crowd able to stop McCoy from connecting on his free throw. 47% free throw shooter, averages 4 a game. There's the noise from the stands once again. Can you hear it? Yes, he can, and it stops him from making both. A 6-0 run from the Claim Jumpers, looking to extend it here. Bartley, kick out to McCutcheon, gets McCoy off his feet. Bartley, 3, yes! Deshaun Bartley, 9 straight points, retaking the lead all by himself. And McCoy finally answering back, but not after Columbia was able to take the lead. That run is huge as we go under the 10-minute mark in the second half. Bartley down the lane again. Taj Malik Campbell driving baseline over McCoy. Nearly gets the reverse as that one's last touched by Bartley, sending it the Rams' way. Take another look at this replay. McCoy down low once again, two-handed jam. And another steal from Columbia. Jones, the lane around McCoy, doesn't get it. And the Rams, another fast break, one-on-one. Kiari Patrick gets it down the hatch. See the veteran-style play from Deshaun Bartley. He knew it was one-on-one. He knew he couldn't stop Patrick. So what he did is he drove right in front of the offensive player, just trying to catch his eye, take his eyes off the basket, and hopefully force him to miss. At that time, Kiari Patrick had the upper hand, not taking his eyes off, looking more for the foul than for Bartley himself. Connected for the points, put him back up by 3. Take a look at this. Just as I was explaining, Deshaun Bartley getting in front of him, trying to take the eyes off the basket as McCutcheon's 3 rattles out. Offensive rebound. Campbell backing down in. Off on the second. Alexander the rebound. Chang for three. Not there. Off the side. Alexander. Chance after chance after chance. Alexander down the hatch and the foul. Fresno City is in disbelief on how many fouls are being placed on them. Take another look. Alexander, he gets that one there, and the foul coming from behind. An easy foul called by the refs as McCoy caught a piece of him. You can see the priorities as well for Columbia. All four players not shooting backcourt to try to stop the Fresno City offense from scoring again. Noel Alexander tying it up 59-59. He has 3 fouls on the night, but more importantly, 8 points. Sage Bourbon, who had 8 points in the first half, still scoreless in the second. Perry, quick release, back iron, Taj Malik Campbell down with the rebound. And Columbia now in the bonus. 7 fouls on Fresno City. Any foul from this point on, they'll have a 1-and-1. They have one chance to make a free throw. If they do that, then they have an opportunity at a second. Taj Malik Campbell fouled as he receives the pass. Stephen Perry picking up another. That will be his third. Free throws have been very important to Columbia throughout the second half. They were in the double bonus in the first, although in the second half is when they started making those free throws, and they are just 2 fouls away from being into that double bonus once again, and that could be the difference maker in how we see the victory tonight. And just like that, Taj Malik Campbell, who had the 1-and-1, knocks down the first, has an opportunity at another as they take the 1-point lead. And knocks down the second as well. 2-point lead, Columbia on top, 61-59 with 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second half. We mentioned earlier in the first half that Columbia got their first loss of the season, and that was to Merced at Merced. And what happens to a lot of teams after they've won so many games in a row is that after they lose, they kind of fall apart. They have to regain themselves, but it takes 3 to 4 games to do that. But in Columbia's case, they're right back on top. Yes, they have a few injuries. Fresno's a really tough team. They're actually number 1 in the conference right now at 2-0 on the conference play, and 8-5 on the season, of course. But Fresno's a tough team, and Columbia, coming off that loss with all these injuries, are doing a phenomenal job against this Rams team as we see McCutcheon place another one off the glass. College of Sequoias is another one of those teams that they bounce back right away. They didn't take a few games to sulk in their sorrows. Yes, they lost a few games early in the season, but when they lost to Columbia, who's the number 2 ranked by 3 points, you would assume that they would go away. They might lose a game or two, especially in conference play. But no, they beat Porterville, who right now stands at number 2 in conference. They beat them by 30-plus points, which when you take into effect COS playing the toughest team in, well, the second toughest team in the state, and then you play against Porterville, who's the second in the conference, you would think that it would be a closer game, but College of Sequoias, well done coaching job by Dallas Jensen, and great play by the players as we see a triple knockdown from number 10, Sage Bourbon, and that forces the timeout with a 1-point game, 63-62. It's NorCal Sports TV. Broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games. Broadcasting live from the Oak Pavilion, Columbia College Claim Jumpers on top by 1, 63-62 against the visiting Fresno City Rams. I'm Levi Flores. Thank you for joining me on this Monday night, a makeup game that was supposed to happen 2 weeks ago, but both teams waiting after multiple COVID tests came across, and neither team was able to play. 7 minutes remaining in the second half. A tight game so far. No team has had a 10-point lead throughout the first 30-plus minutes. Malik Campbell looking for any man he can get, and it's Marcus McCutcheon. Flick over the top. Alexander backing down Hannah. Quick jumper on the way, and it's good from 8 feet out. Sage Borbin the drive, the kick. Off the baseline. We'll see it back up top for Gren. Campbell, the steal. Flick up to Bartley. Keeping it in. Backdoor pass. Noel Alexander. It's Malik Campbell. Player after player after player, as no person can keep possession. But there's Marcus McCutcheon unable to put the three down. Campbell. One-on-one against Hannah. McCutcheon, three. Back iron hits the deck. Bartley, rebound, kick out to Jones. A little short. Campbell coming all the way from around the arc. Pushing the ball towards Columbia, but a foul, and it will be Fresno City ball. As that one goes on Noel Alexander, and that is 4 on Alexander. He's 1 away from fouling out, which could be a big difference maker as well in the final few minutes of this game. Fresno City really slowing it down now. They took 8 seconds to get up court, 10 seconds to just make a move, and that was Borbin who's off the mark on his triple. Kiari Patrick waiting down court. It's one-on-one against Malik Campbell. Campbell all the way across to Jones, finds Bartley, wide open, top of the key three, knocks it down. Deshaun Bartley once again coming in clutch, putting them up by 6 points at the 5-minute mark. Sage Borbin once again trying to be the hero, off the reverse, a little too strong. Hannah backing down, no shot. It will be on the ground. Fresno City remains with possession off the baseline. But we have Marcus McCutcheon picking up his 3rd foul as well. A few players getting into some foul trouble, especially key players that they need for this final 5 minutes. 6 points is not a lot. In Columbia, they need to keep that lead for as long as they can and try to even extend it if possible. Shot clock set at 20. After it went out of bounds, it's now at 10. Kiari Patrick inside the paint. The travel, walking all the way back to Fresno with that one. Slow movement of the ball now. Malik Campbell driving the lane. Alexander puts it back down the hole, but it won't count as they send Malik Campbell back to the line. He had 2 free throws earlier, but he needs to do it again. Take another look at this. He was very slow moving up the court, caught Perry off guard. He was fouled down low, I believe, by Jeremiah Hannah. No, rather, they're going to call it on Kiari Patrick for his 3rd as well. Malik Campbell connecting on his 1st. And we have a substitution of Stephen Perry out for Asrin Hackett. And before that substitution, Fresno City had 4 players with 3 fouls apiece. It was Hackett, Sage Borbin, Kiari Patrick, and number 32, Elijah McCoy, had 4 fouls apiece. The only player that didn't have a foul was number 1, Grimmett Glenn. And for the Columbia side, they have 3 players on the court right now who are in some sort of foul trouble, but it shouldn't affect one player in particularly, and that's Malik Campbell. He had 1 foul very, very early in the game, and then keeping to himself the rest of the time, he has 12 points, and that's a big difference maker as well. See another foul on the court, and it goes on Isaiah Jones. That's his 1st, which will send Sage Borbin to the free throw line. Borbin with 11 points. The southpaw shooter misses his free throw. Usually an 81% free throw shooter can't connect on his one opportunity. 8-point game. Campbell to Bartley. Campbell one-on-one mismatch. Going to give it away instead. Campbell inside the paint. Gets an easy 2 on the board. 10-point lead for Columbia. The first double-digit lead in the entire game. And it belongs to Columbia at just the right time. Isaiah Jones picking up his second foul within a minute of each other. A lot of the crowd and the bench doesn't like that call. Had his hand straight up in the air, and it seemed that Sage Bourbon was driving in on what could have been a brick wall. Let's take another look. Got in front of him, could have gone either way. The refs blow the whistle, and Sage Bourbon goes to the line. There's all that crowd noise as well. Sage Bourbon connects on the free throw. $12 points for Bourbon, 17 for Patrick, and 7 for McCoy, who was scoreless in the first half. 1 of 2 on that trip to the free throw line, 1 of 3 on the night for Bourbon. The one free throw brings it back down to a 9-point game. Campbell at the last second gets it off, but he touches a toe to the ground. That will be a travel. Another close call. Fresno City nearly had a wide open lane down the court. The referee blowing the whistle on the travel, which makes them reset, as that one off the baseline is good for Grimmett Glen. And we have a timeout as the Fresno City Rams come within 7. 72-65, 3 minutes remaining in this one. You're watching NorCal Sports TV. Cutler Sagerstrom pledges to utilize all the resources of this agency to service the needs of our customers. We offer the highest quality insurance products from the best insurance companies in the business. Contact Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency. Broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart. 3:11 left in the second half. Columbia has a 7-point lead, and it's Taj Malik Campbell with the right hand finishing at the glass. Quick movements, quick points, and they're back up to 9. Sage Bourbon driving in, gets the body into Skylar Newman. Doesn't get it to fall, but there on the secondary is Jeremiah Hanna to put it back. Marcus McCutcheon calls the timeout. Fresno City arguing that he stepped into the game of play before calling that timeout. The referees call the timeout instead. A lot of talk from the Rams so far, but nothing called on them regarding talking at the refs or to the refs. 74-67 is our score with just a few minutes left. Don't go away. Sagerstrom pledges to utilize all the resources of this agency to service the needs of our customers. We offer the highest quality insurance products from the best insurance companies in the business. Contact Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency. This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games. Live from the Oak Pavilion, 74-67, Claim Jumpers on top of the Fresno City Rams. The Rams coming all the way from Fresno to play the number 2 ranked team in the state, who had just lost their first game of the season Toomer said they came in thinking that possibly they can get this win, and they thought that for a while through the game, but for the past 5 minutes, Columbia has been on an absolute tear, took a 10-point lead, which was the first in the entire game, and has kept it since then, which right now it's a 7-point game. And we see a steal, an untimely steal, as we have a three-pointer for the Rams. Back iron, Sage Bourbon nearly there on the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's last touched by Columbia. And we have Noel Alexander coming back into the game. He has 4 fouls. If he picks up one more, then he's sent to the bench for the final few minutes. It's a risk Coach Hoyt is willing to take. Here's the inbound pass. Hannah poked out from behind. Alexander with the steal. Deshaun Bartley taking up as much time as possible before making any sort of play. Shot clock comes down to 9. Now he's starting to make his move. Shot clock at 4. Pulls up off the mark, and the defensive rebound down to Hannah. Bourbon, the kick to the wing. Asrin Hackett rattles out. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity. The bounce pass down low, stripped away by Bartley. And the timeout called by the Claim Jumpers as another one stripped away. 74-67, no shot within that minute was able to fall. We'll see if the final 2 minutes are the same way. Up next. Tomorrow night, the Sonora Wildcats play against the Calaveras High Reds at Sonora High School. Join us live for that, 7:30 for varsity, and before that, the JV game starting at about 5:30. 74-67, the Claim Jumpers lead the Fresno City Rams. Conference play game. Fresno City struggling the past year, not only with players, but also in the coaching position. They have a great coach in now. His first year as the coach, leading this team to an 8-5 record as of right now, 2-0 in conference, but they could take their first loss in conference right now. Bartley flings it to Jones, wide open for 3. A little short. Campbell down low, picks up the foul. They're going to say it is on the ground. Take another look at this. Isaiah Jones just short, usually on fire from that area. And it was McCoy picking up the foul on Campbell. Going to take that back, call it on the shot. 2 shots for Campbell, and from this point on, that was the 10th foul on Fresno City in the second half. So at any point in this game, if Columbia is fouled, then they will have 2 shots at the line. Taj Malik Campbell now with 17 points, and in the second half, connecting on nearly all of his free throws. Gets the second as well. Bourbon. Another one thrown away. Taj Malik Campbell was trying to go down the court and make that fast break jam, but Jones got in the way of him. Campbell, baseline, gonna bring it back. Slow it down, take that time off the clock, but it's tipped in midair, taken away by Perry. Splits defenders, left-handed finish, goes off the glass and down the hatch. 76-69 and a timeout from the sideline with 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining. Plenty of time for one team to come back or one team to stay in the lead. Find out next who it is. Seven. (76-69) with 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining. If you take down the shot clock on both possessions, that'll only leave 7 seconds left, and Fresno City wouldn't have the chance to bring it back within 1 point or even take the lead. But Columbia has possession of the ball, and if they can strip it away, get the ball back, and make some points, then they could make this a close one and possibly take the lead just in time. A push on the move. That's going to be another one picked up. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they just called a technical on Fresno City. That will clear the court for Tajmali Campbell to be at the line. And that could be a costly error for Fresno City. They had a chance up to that point, but if Tajmali Campbell able to put these ones through, maybe game over. Two for two. Campbell putting 20 points on the board. Deshaun Bartley putting up 19. Noel Alexander up with 10. Marcus McCutcheon, who came off the bench in the second half, 9 points. And Isaiah Jones, 7 points. After the technical, Columbia still remains with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. We've seen some crazy comebacks. If you're a fan of basketball, you know that there have been unbelievable comebacks, and Fresno City can start that comeback now. Three-pointer. Rattles out. Alexander the rebound and the intentional foul, which will send Alexander to the line. A good foul for Fresno City, but Kiari Patrick, their leading scorer, is the one who fouled him. He picks up his fourth. Reason why a good foul on Alexander is he's not the best free throw shooter on the team of Columbia, but he does have his moments. He always comes out early before the games. He shoots free throws, free throw upon free throw upon free throw, making sure that if he's in this point in the game, he could knock him down. This is what he's been practicing for. Good on the first. And Fresno City will move some substitutions, bring back in Stephen Perry. Bring out all their shooters. All the players on the court for Fresno City right now making the bulk of the points. And we will have another timeout as Columbia now at 80, 11-point lead, 80-69, 49 seconds left. Broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the 5th Annual All NorCal Games. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. 11-point game at the Oak Pavilion. Columbia College Claim Jumpers up on top of the Fresno City Rams. Still looking to make that comeback if possible, but another missed three, and they will foul Deshaun Bartley, and that's a mistake. We all know it. Deshaun Bartley almost perfect from the line tonight and nearly perfect on the season. Yes, he misses one a game, but 75% throughout the season, and he shoots 7 per game. So if you send him to the line with that type of rating, you know he's going to come in the clutch. A hard-fought battle by the Rams. They stuck with it for most of the time. It wasn't until the final 6 minutes that Columbia not only made their run, but also went up on top, made that 10-point game, and kept it since. Bartley with another huge game, 2 in a row at home for him. He had 25 in the win against College of Sequoias. Now at 20, he can still make that more on this free throw. And he does just that. 21 for Bartley, 20 for Taj Malik Campbell, 12 for Alexander. Of course, you can't forget the players off the bench. Quick turnaround jumper for Warbrock off the mark. And Columbia has a half-second differential between shot and game clock. Most likely will hold it for the final remaining seconds. And a 10-second violation, backcourt. Bartley trapped in the corner, couldn't get it out in time. So right back to the Rams, but no comeback going to happen tonight. No comeback, but they can still add some points. On the reverse is Bourbon, and he gets it. And another timeout, 82-71, 14 seconds left. We have a little bit more of this one. Don't go away. Sagerstrom pledges to utilize all the resources of this agency to service the needs of our customers. We offer the highest quality insurance products from the best insurance companies in the business. Contact Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency. This broadcast of Claim Jumper Basketball is brought to you by Chicken Ranch Casino, Minner's Tree Company, Woods Creek Café, California Student Housing, the Columbia College Foundation, Twain Hart Dental, Sonora Conference Center, Benton Roberson CPAs, Cutler Sagerstrom Insurance Agency, and the fifth 82-71 claim jumper ball. Going to hold it for the final remaining seconds in the second half. Flings it all the way down to Alexander, and just like a good sport, going to hold it. 82-71, the claim jumpers with another victory coming off their first loss of the season against Merced. They move on to 17-1, 3-1 in conference. And conference play is big, but like I said in the pregame show, Coach Hoyt is not looking necessarily to win that conference. They just want to be healthy enough and purely healthy. By the time that they get to playoffs, they have a chance at that state championship. If they're healthy, they will most likely make it to that point. Tomorrow night, you can join me, Levi Flores, at Sonora High School as the Wildcats take on the Calaveras Reds. JV starts at 6, varsity at 7:30. So join me there. I'm Levi Flores for Jeremy Hurtado and the rest of our crew. See you next time from the Oak Pavilion. You've been watching Claim Jumper Basketball on NorCal Sports TV.